Okay. There we go. We do have activity here. Running. That's the vehicle that she just parked. And let's see who this is. There she goes. Looks like we have another employee. Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business. We caught her in the act of running. There we go. This is categorized as state fraud mental health hospital inpatient entrapment, and we were fortunate enough to capture her in the act. Okay, there we go. Look at the distance she traveled, and this is her vehicle here, clearly parked in front. And Department of Public Health, right there. Same time frame. Same time frame. Okay, so what can I say? Now we know. This is Department of Public Health, and that's the vehicle. That is Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business. Okay? And of course, this is Thomas Cicero Mayor, David Dominic, responding. 10:16 a.m., July 30th, 2026, Thursday morning. And this is while changing my son's turtle's water. The military-grade technology is very aware of my location and activities, and the instructions were given. And of course, we have the bright light harassment. The bright light harassment is a big part of it for documentation purposes of mental health issue illness. Okay? So let's see what we have here. Okay, everyone is pretty much hiding. We do have 5139. The bike is there. 5139. Routine deliveries of narcotics in the area. And don't forget, remember the Department of Public Health just passed by. My ex-wife responded by attacking the door. Right here. See that? And obviously, this is Thomas Cicero officials responding after she could not get in because of the safety latch to avoid family conflict. It gives me extra time to remove the items from the window. Okay? And this is the yard tool that she used, very lethal, of course. All right, so that is the strategy to create family conflict. That's the reason, one of the reasons for the bright light harassment for documentation purposes of mental health issue illness. Now here, I was attacked by Thomas Cicero officials and Thomas Cicero police officers while grocery shopping, guys. A show of force, a misuse of power, and a disregard for public safety, and a misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds. Okay, based on, well, they barricaded a street in my honor as catfish on at this date. And obviously, I was able to capture the police officers across the street, the competitor store of Aldi's, right across the street, Cermak Produce. Okay, flashing lights, sirens, and driving their vehicles at me. The thumbnail is my shopping cart. Okay, that is the thumbnail. And once again, they closed down a street as catfish. Okay. And that's the date right there. Okay, so we do have Department of Health. The Department of Health has been deployed here because I responded by covering up the windows. A big part, obviously, for documentation purposes of mental health issue illness. Okay, but the victims have to respond, and as you can see, the bright light harassment is a big part of it. Now, the female at Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business, she is a big part of it, okay? Remember, she is playing a role of a distressed victim being harassed by an individual, coerced to go outside, of course, and look at the window, how open it is now, okay? There we go. So they are utilizing the brother harassment a lot to make sure that the windows stay covered. As you can see, the door is locked. The door is locked. Once they manipulate me to go outside and engage with the female, Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business. Remember, this was on command signal, okay? I didn't just catch her by mistake or by incident. This is all prearranged for this specific task of entrapment. We do have an individual arriving there, not sure. Okay, well, this female, Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business, obviously is on the payroll, working alongside Thomas officials and our current mayor, Larry Dominic, characterized as state fraud mental health hospital inpatient entrapment. Once again, I filed a petition with a tax preparer incriminating our current mayor of wrongdoing, of course, a misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds based on May 1st, 2026, Friday, at 6:17 p.m. The police report indicates it was a prank call, even though half of the precinct of Thomas Cicero police officers were deployed here. That's right. And fire department and ambulances. Okay? And of course, Department of Public Health is a big part of it for documentation purposes of mental health issue illness to avoid if anything happens to me physically, or prearranged physically, like yesterday. Like yesterday and pretty much every day. And we have another vehicle arriving on command signal as well, behind enemy lines, planning second character witnesses. They also contacted my ex-wife, May 1st, 2026, Friday at 6:17 p.m., even though the police report indicates it was a prank call, okay? My name was not given, but they did indicate someone wanted to hurt themselves. See that? And February 27th, 2026, Friday as well, at 3 p.m., a U.S. Marshal was involved for entrapment purposes as well. That individual that just passed by is the very important person in his Impala. He is the owner of that prime real estate right there, okay? All right, so once again, don't forget to follow up by contacting the IRS June 10th, 2026, Wednesday. Once again, June 10th, 2026, Wednesday. Want to file the petition with a tax preparer incriminating our current mayor misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds. And based on those dates, and of course, as you can imagine, Thomas Cicero is working on a harassment case against me, and you can clearly see who is harassing whom. This is how they're able to manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitraries without no questions, okay? Self-inflicted, of course, once the victim starts reacting to a scale called social acting equals reaction response panic. Obviously, Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business are well documented as far as the trafficking of narcotics. And this is how Carlos Sanletti Protein Shake Business is able to defend themselves by simply instructing their clientele to participate in the game of manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment. As you can see, this vehicle is specifically designed for entrapment purposes. You cannot see inside, okay? Even close, let me zoom in, to give the impression that there is an attack in progress and I should go out there and investigate. Once I go out there, most likely the female ones will be inside the vehicle. And we do have video footage of Carlos interacting with the females and instructing them in a certain way how to react once I approach the vehicle. Obviously, they are being instructed to play the victim of a distressed female being harassed by an individual that's been coerced, to go outside and take a further, closer look. And we uploaded the video of the police officers waiting just around the corner for me to respond, okay? So you saw how quickly she was running on command signal. Now, this could go either or. maybe they were expecting me to get her in the act of parking the vehicle here. But I think I was able to capture them by surprise. I think so. Because I was in the process of changing my son's turtle's water. Okay? So by doing that, I stopped, I took a look, and sure enough, I was able to capture the female in the act. Okay? To avoid any suspicious activity, wrongdoing, if anything happens to me physically or electronically. Same purpose why the dollar store owner, there we go, there's another individual. They are making periodic deliveries of narcotics. So this is the machine. Tennessee Mayor, Larry Dominic, open for business. Once again, the dollar store owner, no longer there, instructed to transfer over the title to a family member to avoid any association or blame if anything happens to me physically or electronically since 2003 year and present. We uploaded several videos as far as phones continually being attacked by simply the swipe or shutting it down. Okay, this is posted as a national security threat. For this reason, military-grade technology, high-tech surveillance monitor, Army apparatus, tracking signal scanner device. Another reason for the dollar store owner leaving his store empty. That's right. We uploaded his current address a block away. Is to avoid the IRS. Okay, a sudden wealth. A lot of wealth is being tossed around. New vehicles, as you can see, these vehicles are already bought and paid for, and all they have to do in return is participate. That's it. So everyone is getting a brand new vehicle for this specific task of entrapment purposes. This is a designated area for narcotic operation involving children and long-range transportation of narcotics utilizing Hawthorne track race horses. You can see clearly the female at 5139 is parked away from camera view this time. Okay, that's her vehicle right there. 5139 is where the gunshot of the basement window. Obviously, customers retaliated. All right, don't forget, June 10th, 2026, Wednesday, I filed a petition incriminating our current mayor based on those dates. Now, on both of those dates, once I removed the items from the window, the cardboard, the threat was canceled. That's right. The threat was canceled. So we're going to leave the boards up because of the broiler harassment. I need to function, but obviously, this is the signal that police officers are. It makes me a prime candidate for this type of criminal activity, okay? One, because they have an objective and a motive for documentation of mental health issue illness. That's the reason the Department of Public Health was involved. Ah, there's Carlos. We got him. He was waiting a long time. And I guess he was inside the vehicle that just drove in. What can I say? So they are changing vehicles as well. Other than that, don't forget January 8th. That was our first installment with the IRS. January 8th, 2025, I filed a petition with a tax preparer regarding 5132 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60204. Now, LeGreco is the main proprietor. All this information on this property is on our social media platform. We are no longer sharing the spreadsheet, but it's there for future reference because of community family guidelines, of course, but it is there. The first floor remains vacant, not concerned with taxes, and obviously very confident they can get rid of me. And this individual continues going back and forth, okay? Continues going back and forth. Possibly is a customer, okay? They are starting to make their rounds, and they're getting close. But this is one way they're able to sustain their criminal activity involving children and Hawthorne track race horses. This is how they're able to sustain that because they're able to entrap the victim, okay? And not only entrap the victim, also take the victim's identity. So that's the reason why it's so important for the family members to be involved, because the family members will be manipulated, in such as my case, Des Plaines Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart. Once again, Des Plaines Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, unprovoked, home visit at 5 a.m. in the morning, knocking on my bedroom room door. Accompanied by Anna, 911 dispatcher here in Tennessee Road, police officer. Anna. Both of them were playing good cop, bad cop, having a conversation with my family. How's Miguel doing? We are concerned about him. May we talk to him? Okay? And they proceeded by knocking on the door. Obviously, they were trying to create family conflict. Well, they left without no evidence, no paperwork, but they did instruct my family members, if Miguel Rodriguez starts acting in any peculiar way, do not hesitate, call 911 immediately. This is called preconditioning the family members to respond to the game of manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment. And once again, I wonder what they meant by that. See that? So that is where the bridal harassment comes into plan, okay? And that's the reason why the Martinez family are hiding, okay? They're hiding. And even though they're there, they've been instructed to specifically hide to avoid any association or wrongdoing, okay? If anything happens to me physically or electronically. My son is in Mexico, and that's another reason for the consistent prearranged. There we go. So the individual is being instructed to participate. There we go. And you notice the eye contact as well, okay? And he did lower the window for that specific task of eye contact. Catfish, bait, focus, follow, attention span. Lowering the window is catfish. All right, so for now, don't forget, Internal Revenue Services is the best way to bring this criminal organization. You go for the pocketbooks, okay? The pocketbooks is the way to go. We have a new employee of the post office, female, 5130. Her husband continues hiding after February 27, 2026, Friday at 3 p.m. She is obviously delivering mail now and delivering narcotics at the same time. Okay, so this is big business right here. Big business. All right, so for now, we are moving on. Get involved. It is worth your time and effort. You saw the strategizing taking place. And please subscribe to YouTube channel Tech Ingredients. Equal exposure from microwave oven, X-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line. Secondary health issues of radiation levels, okay? Other than that, that's pretty much it. We did get the female on video, and obviously parking at my doorstep, and you can see the distance as she has to run. And we also uploaded a video of the senior citizen. Everyone is taking turns, okay? This individual, 5132, yesterday, as far as the prearranged physical attack, he was participating as far as catfish. And we did see him carrying a box and placing it behind the trunk of that truck right there, the gray truck 5132. This is the individual in charge of 5132. And he was also instructed to create a conflict. He chased me as far as trying to create some type of conflict. And the dollar store owner was also instructed. Everyone is being instructed to participate in provoking a confrontation. The mob, Board of Education, District 99, male and female, that's where they're here, okay, to make sure there's no loose ends and they make the paperwork disappear, especially if anything happens to me physically or electronically, and when the IRS is involved, okay? That's the reason the last video, she covered up her face. Okay, that's her conscience. That's the mob. And of course, Board of Education District 99 also has 2 new security guards that they hired with new vehicles. Okay, so they are driving around as if they have special powers, such as the police officers, and their main goal is entrapment as far as second character witnesses. That's pretty much it. All right, and we also uploaded a lot of individuals being instructed to participate in the catfish bait focus pilotings in Spanish social acting. All right, moving on for now. We are looking forward to more continuous surveillance, and this is just remember, social acting plays a very big role regarding state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. It is worth your time and effort, guys. I'm telling you. I'm doing the recording. I'm playing the victim. I'm taking the bullet. And of course, I know the consequences very, very, I know this is life threatening. Okay. I am a victim of electronic harassment. I do have an MRI and CAT scan that my doctor at Oak Street Health reviewed. Okay. Dr. Augustine. And he advised me, yes, Miguel, you were bleeding. The bleeding stops. You have nothing to worry about. You can carry on with your day, but when the bleeding stops, it creates a blood clot. This is dry blood that travels up the stem of the brain, cutting off the oxygen. Silent, incoherent victims. Nursing home final faith, identity theft Medicaid takes place. Organized crime family, process. See that? All right, moving on. We were able to capture the Department of Public Health, and clearly, this is for entrapment purposes. All right, moving on for now. 10:37 a.m., July 30th, 2026, Thursday. Okay? What can I say? Now, this female right here, that's the information right there. Okay? That's the information right there. But I really do not think these individuals are really sure what they're involved in. Okay? This is a federal case, of course. Most likely, they are not going to get into detail with their employees, okay? They're not going to get into details like I'm giving you guys, okay? They're simply instructed, park there, and you're going to get a free shake. That's it. That's it. Especially Carlos and Letty Protein Shake Business. I used to go there, and the shakes are $7 for 2, okay? And they're obviously getting free shakes in return, depending on the individual, of course. But if she is playing the role of a victim in distress, and to have me arrested, obviously she's going to get a lot more than a shake, okay? But this is Thomas Cicero Mayor Larry Dominic responded. Make no hesitation on that. Our videos are expanding. We are approaching 12K, okay? So do your diligence. I already contacted the Department of Surgeon General, okay? I already contacted the Department of Sexual Harassment. I already contacted the DEA. But there's external government agencies, individual employees placing high-ranking departments making the call to make sure Thomas Cicero remains above the law, okay? Untouchable for now, okay? So we're just going to continue our surveillance, and we shall see what happens. But this female right here, clearly, she may or may not know, okay? That's it. But we do have her information, and we do have the motive behind it. So, once again, June 10th, 2026, this year, Wednesday, I filed a petition incriminating our current mayor based on those dates, okay? And obviously, the date that I have on the refrigerator came after that, okay? It came right after that, and it continues mounting up. It continues mounting up. Other than that, there's not much they can do to stop our surveillance, guys, and that's what makes me so excited about this. Sure, if anything happens to me, it's gonna be bringing. There's Carlos right there. Okay, so look at how slow he drives, and well, that's him. He is driving around in circles. Okay, he is playing the role of catfish. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right. So Carlos passed by, clearly a participant, and clearly Carlos is coercing his clientele to participate. That's the reason why he drove so slowly, because he was probably noting that the vehicle's here, and now they're going to continue. They're going to continue. All right, that's pretty much it. Other than that, what can you do extra? Well, you can follow these individuals. As far as the drop-off locations, this individual, 5132, serving customers at an indoor-outdoor recreational facility golf course. Yeah, you can follow him, do a little social acting of your own. You can record from a distance, and you can leave your recording devices and retrieve it later. Leave it in a bag. And you can also go inside a store and record while you're buying something, okay? You can also catch these police officers interacting with second character witnesses, such as this female right here, okay? That is, do not contact me, upload it, and share it with me, and I will share back, okay? That's how we're able to create awareness to avoid being a victim of state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. I did follow by going to Hawthorne Track Race Horses, and shortly enough, the police officer, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, showed up at the bus stop. That's right. So, and I also, regarding Hawthorne Track Race Horses, long-range transportation of narcotics. And I also followed the bagman. The bagman is well known for going underneath my window and the other side, but he's been rerouted. And we got the address where the narcotics are being dropped off, and the police officer showed up when I continued going over there, okay? All right, so that's it. Remember, this is how they're able to manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitraries. They're able to avoid any association or wrongdoing, self-inflicted, okay? Self-inflicted. This right here is the reason why Department of Public Health is here, okay? Remember, very important that the family members respond by calling 911, okay? Very important that the family members sign an order of protection, waive all rights, and eventually sign the victim over to the State Mental Institute. That is where the final faith takes place. The final faith consists of high frequencies and electromagnetic field waves, really attacking the brain. So the blood vessels of the brain will weaken and start bleeding over time. And of course, it won't be noted because the victim will continue being attacked within these hospital settings. Organized crime family has employees that will self-admit themselves to carry on the process of the game manipulation, daily plan attacks, entrapment within inside these institutions, okay? And from outside, everything you witness in here is also going to be implemented as well. Each time the victim is coerced into looking outside, high frequencies, electromagnetic field waves to provoke movement, reaction, response, yelling, running out of control, kicking, screaming, public outbursts, surprise advantage once I approach the window. And same strategy within the hospital room setting, okay? Consequences are very severe. Because each time you react and respond, you cover up the windows in the hospital. They're going to sedate you, they're going to increase your medication, and you will be secluded from other patients to avoid copycat. That is the consequences. Symptoms: paranoia, hallucinations, psychosis, aggression, lose weight, non-social. It just goes, the victim cannot distinguish fact from fiction. Okay? So, once that happens, constant mental health hospital evaluation, victims lose their credibility. Family withdrawal will happen. Family placing an order of protection will happen. You no longer will be able to go back home because the family members have no idea and they're not going to be going through that ordeal again. Now, signing off our legal rights and of course awarding the victim to the Final Faith mental State Mental Institute. That's it. Once they sign off all legal rights, now they are entitled. They can make arrangements, especially with the MOB, Board of Education, District 99. The MOB is in charge of the paperwork. The MOB will make sure that your information is there and they can sign off over the rights to this criminal organization. Okay? So they can cash in on your identity. See that? See how that works? The younger the victim, the bigger the payoff. Now, the same process is with young teen victims. Addiction plays a very big role. When these individuals are continually are arrested by police officers because of the family member's response that they're stealing money for drugs, that they're acting irate, they're not acting right, they're acting abnormal, they will be arrested, and it is part of the process of entrapment, okay? But it's just much easier to manipulate a young teenager with narcotics. Addiction plays a very big role regarding state fraud, mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment. Same scenario, constant mental health hospital, inpatient entrapment is a big part. And big money there, guys. The younger the victim, the bigger the payoff. I was arrested because of my YouTube channel, okay? And that's how I know, because I was approached at the jail by law enforcement and instructed me, perhaps you feel more comfortable in a room setting where you can enjoy TV, enjoy company with the opposite sex, laundry, nice view, and from time to time movies, and you just have to go to meetings. That's it. See that? That's how the documentation of mental health issue illness begins. See that? So very important that the victims are documented and no witnesses. Okay? My son is a witness to the dollar store owner chasing me as far as a physical encounter. Okay? That's the reason they got rid of the dollar store owner as well. Okay? My son is a witness to 4 police officers waiting for me in the hallway. And my son took the initiative of placing a safety latch in the bottom hallway door. Because the police officers were just coming in at random and calling the ambulance and police on me, and that was it. Now, they're no longer doing that because they're more focused on entrapment rather than just coming in here now that my son is a witness, okay? And obviously, you can see clearly what is taking place here. We did catch Carlos driving by. Obviously, an accessory to the fact. Obviously, he is specifically training his clientele at Carlos and Letty Protein Shake business for entrapment purposes. This is it right here. This is it right here. It doesn't get clearer than this. Now, addiction. A lot of people say, well, that is self-inflicted because they're searching on their own the drugs. They're addicted. Well, they hook these young teen victims with a very strong dosage. After that, they weaken it. So the individual is just chasing a high. That is how they're able to catfish these young teen victims and children as well. Obviously, the younger the victim, the bigger the payoff. Okay? All right, that's it. We are moving on. And I guess they gave up on me. I hope Town Cicero officials did not forget about me. I hope not. Okay, so for now, we're moving on. Get involved. It is history in the making, guys. 10:49 a.m., July 30th, 2026. Remember, this comes after yesterday's pre-arranged physical attack. We do have the individual, and we did catch his license plates, and obviously I went outside, and the threat was over with, okay? This was all pre-arranged, and we also got the police officer on a video waiting just around the corner, working alongside this type of entrapment right here. We did catch the police officer clearly waiting in the corner, same time frame as the senior citizen was parked in the same scenario, okay? So this is big history in the making, guys. All right, get involved. It is worth your time and effort, guys. 10:50 a.m., July 30th, 2026, Thursday. What can I say? What can I say, guys? And it just got real quiet. It just got real quiet. Let me get back to cleaning the turtles. Those are my son's turtles. Okay? I'm doing surveillance all day. I don't go nowhere. I do surveillance. I am fully involved in this, guys. Okay? This is what I do. Every single day, I am dedicated to this. This is my baby. This is my passion. This is what I do. Okay? I do it because I can, I care, and I do not want no regrets. If it has to be done, guys. It has to be done. Okay? This has to be done. It has to be documented. And if this is big business right here. Behind enemy lines, plenty of second character witnesses waiting just for me. All right, there goes the individual again. So he is making his rounds, as you can see. He will be served by Carlos Unletti, Protein Shake Business, very, very shortly. You saw him making various turns in the area. He is waiting to be served. This is a designated area for trafficking, distribution, and packaging of narcotics, okay? And we also uploaded several videos of young teen victims in the area. This is big, guys. I'm telling you, it is worth your time and effort. Once again, this is how Thomas Show officials are able to sustain without any investigation. Okay, this is how they're able to avoid any association of wrongdoing. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, this is how they're able to avoid any association of wrongdoing. Self-inflicted. Once the victim is coerced, you can see the bright light harassment right there. See that? That is bright light harassment. See that? On and off switch, of course. See that? And it gradually goes down. See that? But you can see the intensity of it. They can increase and intensify the light. Okay? Now, they made a big mistake by altering the window. Once my son offered me a film to cover up the windows, he noted, so they stopped bothering you. I told them, no one is bothering me. That's what I told them. I know social acting. And clearly, right away, they heard that. And they covered up the tracks. And right away, the dollar store owner was instructed to transfer over the title to a family member. Okay? And move. Other than that, we're waiting. And at least we have a little more insight of more of what's going on here. Okay? There's nothing this criminal organization can do to stop this surveillance. Sure, they are attacking our phones. Sure, we got a lot of failed uploads. Well, all we have to do is re-upload them again, and I do have a Google One account. Okay, so that's all we have to do. Nothing to it, but it is documented that they are attacking our uploads, and that's the reason why I haven't been able to go on Facebook, because they're also attacking the browser. Okay, the browser alerts Facebook that they have to identify who it is, and that's why they're trying to stop sharing on social media. So that's just a different strategy that they're using. I have contacted Facebook, and they simply instructed me to change browsers. Okay, so that's it. We are waiting. It just got real quiet, so they are listening to me. It's very, very quiet. Other than that, it looks like this vehicle also belongs to Carlos Unletti Protein Shake Business. Clearly instructed to park here as well. Just park, and there you go. There is Thomas Cicero passing by at the same time frame. Okay, we are in standby. I don't see nothing else. And don't forget, we also have a brand new employee by the United States Postal Office involved in criminal activity, and her husband continues hiding at 5130 after February 27, 2026, Friday at 3 p.m., a fake arrest. Okay? And same scenario of the scooter that was used that date occurred recently with the child as far as delivering the drugs in a book bag and utilizing an electric scooter. Okay, we uploaded the video a lot of times. Okay, by 130, and that is it. Organized crime family, new employees, right there, second floor. And these individuals have been recently documented, in the tenants on the second floor, they've been recently documented for their involvement in entrapment as well. I don't see them in the area, but they are clearly participants of the same nature here, okay? All right, moving on. We are, not much to see here, guys. They are re-strategizing, I guess. 10:56 a.m., July 30th, 2026, Thursday morning, guys. This is it. This is it, like the song says. The Department of Public Health, guys, that's big. That's big. And we also have the Department of Public Health participating in community gang stalking as well. That's the reason why I feel so strongly that Morton High School student Thomas Cicero should share. There we go. Make some noise. Make some noise. I thought so. I thought so. That's why I feel so strongly that Thomas Cicero officials and our current mayor should be held somewhat responsible for the 17-year-old at Morton High School that was gunned down feet away from the school. That's right. Why? Because Thomas Cicero officials are utilizing all their resources here. This is a misuse of taxpayers' emergency revenue funds. On video, guys. On video. On a daily basis. Daily basis. That's it. We got what we needed. So, for now, still waiting. I guess they gave up on me for now. Okay, I guess they gave up on me for now. Okay, and we're going to continue our surveillance, guys. I got to get back. Moving on. Moving on. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing they can do to stop this surveillance, guys. Okay? Anything happens to me physically or electronically, it will bring more credibility to our social media platform. So I'm willing to take the bullet for that. I'm willing to take the bullet for that. Okay? Okay? Once I'm in the hospital, everyone's gonna know what happened to me. It's well documented. Even if the police officers falsified the police report, it's still gonna be documented exactly how I came to be. So don't forget, guys. Take this very, very seriously, guys. They're trying their best to disassociate themselves if anything happens to me physically or electronically. This is it. We have another vehicle arriving. Not sure if it's Uber Eats or a participant. We are in standby. It looks like it's parked further away. Doesn't look like it's involved. Okay, and nope. It doesn't look like it's involved. It's just parked over there. So most likely it is a neighbor. Okay, so we're going to let it be at that. And that's it. Moving on for now. I really don't see anything. So we're just going to chill and see if there's anything else that could come about. There's a beat as well. So let's see. Waiting. Oh, the vehicle is coming back. Okay, so he is coming back. Oh, look at that. So that's the very young individual that we caught on video before. Okay, he is parked there on the side. So let's see if we can probably see him from right here. He's been instructed to park right here. So let's see. They are in communication with him. There he is right there. There he is. So it is continuous. He was just instructed to park right there, and he kept backing up. He kept backing up right there. Let's see what's going on here, guys. They kept backing up, and we were able to capture them in the act. Let's see. There we go. That's him right there. That's him right there. See that? Look at that. That's him right there. See that? And community gang stalking. You heard that? Told you. He was instructed to park as far as possible back. Okay? So we caught him in the act of moving his vehicle a little closer toward me while I was giving you a play-by-play. And we got the community gang stalking as I was recording as well. Okay? That clearly indicates, and look at the parking that he has right in front of him. Okay? He doesn't live over here. He lives a little further down. And obviously, he was instructed, while I was talking to you guys, he kept moving his vehicle back and back and back. And that's when I caught on. You know what? They're instructing him to participate again. And this is the young teenager. Obviously, has no job, no school. But he lives right next door to the senior citizen with the white vehicle. Okay? All right, we have another vehicle here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. The maintenance guy, Board of Education. He is a clear participant, being instructed to simply turn on his vehicle and drive by here. Okay, so that's why I always say behind enemy lines, because Board of Education, District 99 employees are involved, guys. They're involved in social acting, and you saw this individual maintenance guy and being instructed to pass by at the same time frame as the community gang stalking. Okay. All right. Lot of space. Look at that. I saw empty. And it's well documented where this young teenager lives at. There's no reason for him to be parked so close to me. Okay? Make some noise. There we go. There we go. Okay, so they've been unmasked. There we go. The attacks continue. 11:02 a.m. in the morning, July 30th, 2026, Thursday. I told you. I told you. Everything comes to light sooner or later. And that same teenager with the black vehicle has been instructed to park right here in front, just like this female at Carlos and Letty Protein Shake business. That's why it's so quiet. And we did get on video the community gang stalking. There we go. That is pretty much it. All right, I got things to do, guys. I got things to do. I got things to do, guys. That's it for me. At least we got something. At least we got something, okay? Don't forget, this is San Cecil Mayor. Every Dominic. There's a reason why you don't see no police officers in the area. They're waiting for me. They're waiting for me. This is it. History in the making. What can I say? What can I say? Alright, for now we are moving on, and I am taking care of the turtles. Let's see what else we can do. We are waiting for Carlos and Letty Protein Shake business. Let me handle the turtles. At least we got something. Something is better than nothing. Turtles want to eat already, but it's too early. It's too early, guys. Waiting. Oh, we got the high frequencies running water. High frequencies running water. While changing my son's turtles. High frequencies running water. I wonder why. Waiting. Waiting. I don't see nothing. I don't see nada. I don't see nothing. I don't see nada. Okay, it's early. 11:05 a.m. 11:05 a.m. It's early. I really don't see anything. We do have the high frequencies and brain attacks while changing my son's turtle's water. Okay? So it's ongoing. It is ongoing. As always, I am being subjected to lethal high level frequencies and electromagnetic field waves since 2003. This is how they're able to manipulate their victims to respond. I am looking outside the window. I really don't see anything. Obviously, they're bored. Okay? They're bored and they're just attacking the brain. Simply just to have fun. Okay? They're getting high on their own supply. Alcohol most likely as well. And they're just having a good time. But there's consequences, guys. Okay? And this right here in front is to avoid any association or wrongdoing if anything happens to me, physically or electronically. This is it right here. This is it right here, okay? So that's the reason why they feel so defiant in attacking the brain since 2003 year and present, because of this type of strategizing that takes place, and the windows are still covered up, of course, okay? This is it. History in the making. So, not much. Let me get back to the turtles. Waiting. High frequency, running the water. You got the brain attack. Turtles are clean. Waiting. Let's see if anybody's home. I guess not. Bam, boom, boom. Okay, we'll move it on. I don't see nothing, guys. Okay. 11:08 a.m. July 30th, 2026, Thursday. The attacks continue, of course, electronically, but nothing out of the ordinary. Okay? Nothing out of the ordinary, guys. It is second nature to me. All of us are susceptible to electronic harassment, of course, but when it's directed toward your brain, that makes it lethal. Okay? Because the brain fibers will weaken over time and the bleeding will start. Okay? Secondary health issues of radiation levels, bone cancer, tumors of the brain aneurysm. Okay? Blood trauma to the brain. Okay? This is it. History in the making, guys. This is how they're able to avoid any association of wrongdoing electronically. See that? Or physically. This is it right here. This is it right here, guys. Carlos Onletti Protein Shake Business. Clientele specifically trained for this. At my doorstep. Caution, danger, warning. I could always buy flowers. I could always buy flowers. Okay? They kind of arrest me for buying flowers for a female. Alright, guys, that's it for it looks like, the female just left. Carlos Onletti Protein Shake Business. She was parked right there, and she just left on command signal, guys. She just left on command signal. So we are standing by and see what more activity takes place. Standing by. That's it for us. Okay. Going back in my room. And that is pretty much it. The party's over for now. Gotta get ready for the mob later on. Bam, 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 boom, boom, boom. And that's it, guys. We're moving on.